Tonight, Hayden and I are making sugar and spice pecans. You start out by melting your butter in the bottom of a large stock pot. When your butter is thoroughly melted, you're going to add a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. When that is thoroughly mixed together and it starts to do a slight simmer, because you don't really want it to boil because you don't want it to burn. When that starts doing a slight simmer, then you can add your sugar, and we added a 4-pound bag of sugar. Now, if it seems to be a little bit too thick that you could not stir your pecans, you're going to add some milk. And you're just going to start out with a small amount and just add until you feel like it gets to the texture that you can stir your pecans well. And then you're going to add your spices. We forgot to do that, so we're going to do that right now. You should do it at the first, but we're going to do that right now. Now, I usually measure or tell people to measure. I don't usually measure. I'm going to take that back because I'm one of those kind of dash kind of people, you know, a dash here and a dash there. But I wrote it down for Hayden so that he would have some guidelines to go by when he wants to make this himself. And so I really should have added that spice in earlier. It probably would have blended better, but we got to a certain point and we skipped over that part. So, but this is what we're doing now. We're stirring our pecans. We used 6 bags for those measurements of ingredients. We used 6 12-ounce bags of the pecan halves. And so that makes a good batch so that you've got plenty for your relatives, or, you know, if you have your favorite person, your house cleaner, your banker, whatever, that you want to bless with the sugar and spice pecans, you've got plenty to do that with. Now, I know pecans are expensive, and, you know, that's what makes this really a blessing for others to receive, because your pecans are expensive, but you put your heart in it and you put your love in it. And, you know, when I tell everybody that 2 people can make the same recipe, but it doesn't turn out the same, because what makes a difference in how it turns out is that you did it with love. And that's your secret ingredient. And when you're melting your butter and mixing your sweetened condensed milk in, you want to have it on medium heat. And then when it starts to do that little simmer, you're going to turn everything back down to low. Because you definitely don't want your mixture scorched in any way. And so when you get them stirred up, you get them thoroughly coated, what you're going to do then is you're going to turn your heat off completely, and then you're going to get some cookie sheets, which you can see that I used mine and didn't clean them off, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to put parchment paper down. And for these 6 bags of pecans, I usually use 3 of the cookie sheets, you know, line them with your parchment paper. And then you're going to turn these out on that and just spread them out, and you're going to let them cool. And if you want to, if you know, depending on how damp or wet that they are, you can leave them out overnight so that they will thoroughly dry out, because you want them to be able to be eaten individually. And if they dry and they're kind of stuck together, whenever you're getting ready to put them in your bag,